to you all. Good morning, panels, and nice to see you again. We are from Group 3, ABM, and let's start with a continuation of our defense. For a recap, our title is a comparative analysis between online selling platforms, Facebook, Shopee, and Lazada in the food industry. And our statement of the problem are:
Number 1, what online platform accumulated the highest sales?
What caused the difference in sales for each online platform?
What are the effective promotions used by sellers to encourage more sales?
Which is more effective between social media and e-commerce platforms?
Is there a significant difference in terms of sales in social media and e-commerce?
For a recap, the statistical treatment that the researcher used is weighted mean. This will be used to determine the sum of the sales of the sellers from January to December or a whole year sales.
Variance. Measure how far the data values are dispersed from the mean.
Equal variance and pool t-test use a weighted mean average of two sample variants. This is to decide whether the variance of the two groups are equal.
Chapter 4, Result and Interpretation. This chapter analyzes and interprets the data acquired in the observation. This research intends to determine the sales of the businesses in this time of the pandemic. In this chapter, you will see the solution and the result of the sum of the sales in a year. Present data was studied and observed. The documents or data were examined to answer the question communicated in the statement of the problem.
Computation and list of figures. Here is the computation of the variance. Mean 1 is 36,875. Mean 2 is 50,750.
Here's the computation of the equal variance t-test. The total is negative 536.83. Degree of freedom is 22. Significance value is 0.05. T-value is 1.7171.
Now let's go to the sales of the social media and the weighted mean computation.
The total sum of both platforms in social media is equivalent to 443,000 pesos. The first business, which is Facebook Shop 1, has a total of 227,500 pesos. And the second business, which is Facebook Shop 2, has a total of 215,000 pesos.
Table 4.1 Facebook Shop 1 Sales 2021. The business is about Vian. The total sum of the sales of the Vian in a year is 227,500 pesos. The business owner does pre-orders and gives a discount to the regular customers and accepts walk-in orders.
Table 4.2 Facebook Shop 2. Business is about snacks, or in Filipino, they call it merienda. The total sales of the snack or merienda in a year is 215,000 pesos. The business owner does pre-orders and give discounts to their regular customers and accept walk-in orders.
Now let's go to the sales of the e-commerce and with the weighted mean computation.
The total sum of both platforms in the e-commerce is equivalent to 609 pesos. The first business is in Lazada platform. It has a total of 180,500. And the second business is in Shopee platform. It has a total of 428,500 pesos.
Table 4.3 Lazada sales. The business is about nuts or peanuts. The total sum of sales of nuts in a year is 180,500 pesos. The business owners in Lazada prefer to give some discounts, sales, and add-on deals with some of their vouchers to retain their loyal customers. The owner also gives some last code for their consumers to have a little discount from them as a sign of appreciation.
Table 4.4 Shopee sales. The business is about gourmet foods. The total sum of the sales of gourmet food in a year is 428,500 pesos. The business owner does her business through the Shopee platform to reach those customers in other parts of the country. The Shopee platform also offers add-on deals, sales, and discounts.
Here is the Thesis computation and the table of sales and variance.
Table 4.5 explains the calculation of sales in the social media platforms from the month of January to December. Facebook Shop 1 has a total of 227,500 pesos, and Facebook Shop 2 has a total of 215,000 pesos. The total of both Facebook Shop 1 and 2 is 442,500 pesos.
To calculate the variance, it is calculated by taking each number in the data set and the mean, then squaring the difference to make them positive, and finally dividing the sum of the squares by the number of values in the data sets.
Table 4.6 explains the calculation of sales in e-commerce Shopee and Lazada. For the whole year, the total sales of Lazada have 180,500 total of sales, and for the Shopee, it has 428,500 pesos. The total of the joint Lazada and Shopee is 609,000 pesos.
To calculate the variance, it is calculated by taking each number in the dataset and the mean, then squaring the difference to make them positive, and finally dividing the sum of the squares by the numbers of values in the dataset.
Chapter 5. This chapter was the summary of the research, social media, Facebook, and e-commerce, Shopee, and Lazada, and comparative analysis in the food industry of a whole year sale and promotion. From the findings, conclusions were drawn and recommendations were made.
Summary. The following are the study's conclusion in summary form. Here's the summary of the data answer in terms of sales and promotion and online selling platform, Facebook, Shopee, and Lazada in the food industry.
During the lockdown caused by the pandemic, many food businesses closed because of the protocols of the government, and the business owners that participate in the research risk in online selling, which has different platforms.
Online sellers use online selling platforms, Facebook, Shopee, and Lazada in the food industry, and the result is e-commerce accumulated the highest sales.
Online platforms have different promotions. In Facebook, the online sellers boost the post of the product, so many Facebook users see their products. While in e-commerce, the consumers use the voucher for the free shipping, and discount or sales.
Number 4, online selling platforms in the food industry. Facebook is more efficient in fresh food or freshly cooked viand and meriendas. While in e-commerce, the customers will only be bought for processed and packed foods like chips and etc.
Conclusion. Based on the data gathered, the study revealed that the sellers who use e-commerce platforms to sell their goods have a higher total in yearly sales than those sellers who use social media platforms.
In conclusion, the researchers found out that there is a significant difference in the use of platforms and businesses' sales. They were able to see the difference of the scale in terms of sales to both e-commerce and social media platforms in terms of promoting and/or selling products.
Recommendation. Based on the findings of the study, the following hereby recommended.
E-commerce business owners should give more vouchers so that the customer will buy more products.
Number 2, use other methods of advertising such as pop-up ads, creative and entertainment advertisements, and etc.
Number 3, study your target consumers and how much you're willing to invest in promotion.
Making connections to other bigger business owners will provide the inbound marketing, which attracts customers by creating valuable content and experiences tailored to them.
Reference. Here is a reference that we used and guided us to completely finish our research. Thank you. And I am proud to present to you my group members. Because of them and their time, their effort, and the teamwork that they gave, we have finished our last research project as a team. Once again, I am Mendiola Maureen Deliz A.
And I am Carreon Maxynne O.
I'm Tiosen Thomas John S.
Ragadio Marco Alas B.
I am Aguilar Khody R.
Thank you very much.